All right, we're here on the range today. I'm going to talk to you about dynamic deviation control. Now, the dynamic deviation control drill is a staple in the combat focus shooting program, all of our defensive shooting programs, because it helps people learn a couple of really important lessons. Now, real quick, I want to give some proper kudos to Ken Hackathorn. Ken Hackathorn actually showed me this motion of the gun relative to a static target. He uses this motion of the gun relative to a static target to get people ready for shooting on the move, walking to or from a target, maybe running to or from a target, to teach the lesson that you got to get comfortable with the idea that your sight alignment and sight picture aren't going to be perfect when you're moving, especially relative to a static target. Well, the way we use this motion is to teach people a couple of things. One, that very important lesson, that there is no such thing as perfect sight alignment, sight picture when everything's moving and everything's dynamic, right? If I need to hit anywhere inside of that chest, I also need to be really comfortable with the idea that this gun can be pointed anywhere inside of that rectangle, right? I can be pointed up at the top corner, the bottom corner, the other top corner, right dead in the center, and it really doesn't matter. So this motion of the gun, this idea that I can move the gun around in a circle inside of that chest, and anywhere that the shot breaks or any time that the shot breaks is all going to be good enough. So I'm going to press this trigger while I'm moving this circle. I can even do like a figure 8 in here, right? And as long as my figure 8 stays inside of that rectangle, well, I'm getting the hits I need to get. Now, the other important part of this drill that we do in the combat focus shooting program is teaching people that what they want is a smooth trigger press. And especially with this 509, it's a really important drill to run because this FN 509 has a distinct break in the trigger. It's a very crisp break, but it stacks up after a little take up and it hits that wall, and then there's a crisp break. And what a lot of people will be tempted to do is hold the trigger back right on that crisp break and try to make everything perfect. And what I see with people is whenever they try to make everything perfect and they wait, and they start holding their breath, they get really tense, and they try to break the shot right now, 9 times out of 10, it's going to cause them to fluke the shot, right? So rather than have a situation where you want the gun to go off right now, we're going to take that concept from target shooting, from marksmanship, the idea of a surprise break. I don't like the idea that when you're firing a gun defensively that it should surprise you when the gun goes off, but I do like the idea that I don't know exactly which microsecond the gun's going to go bang. So when I drive out, I'm going to put my finger on the trigger and I'm going to start making this circle, and then I'm going to press straight through and just let that gun go off. I'll go in a circle in the other direction. Press straight through, let the gun go off. Do a figure 8. Press straight through, just let the gun go off. I don't need to hold the gun perfectly still. And in fact, we can even do this on those small circles, right? If you think about it, if I drive out on that 3, I don't need to have perfect sight alignment and sight picture. So I'm going to move the gun much less, but I can move the gun around on that 3 the whole time I'm pressing this trigger, and at some point the gun's going to go off. Move the gun around, at some point the gun's going to go off. Now, I don't need to hold the gun perfectly still, I just need to hold it still enough. I don't need to have a perfect sight picture, I just need to have a good enough sight picture, and that's the lesson of the dynamic deviation control drill.